Good evening, Greg here. Burn at both ends, burning on the back end on Monday, 11:56 p.m. Pacific. It is the 28th of January 2019. Where did January go? It has evaporated already. We're almost through the first month of 2019. Things are off to a great start. And I just want to light up a conversation about the 9 to 5. So the project management's going really well. So if you recall, I started managing this project in roughly September of last year. And we had these two very large procurements to deal with, so we are getting toward the end of those of executing those procurements. It's just taken a while, a lot of legal stuff going on, a lot of back and forth, just, a lot of I's to dot, T's to cross, questions to answer. And in this engineering game, in this science game, it's answering all these questions, or at least doing my best to get answers. Sometimes you can't, either you can't answer them all, or you don't even know all the questions to ask. And you kind of find out the hard way when the hardware shows up. And I'm really excited about in the next 30 days we should have a lot of nice milestones to execute. Oh yeah, and by the way, I noticed I was watching my last post. I say or and a lot. So I am working on not saying those things. So you'll see me trying right now. So awareness is the first step, right? So with the project management going really well, and I find that I'm just really well suited for this detail-oriented, running down all these answers to all these little questions. This is sort of the thing that I'm really good at. So I'm enjoying it greatly. I'm really in the grind on this one. I don't see getting out of the grind for quite some time. So just a lot of details, but a lot of fun for me. So I enjoy playing that game. And then on another note, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee. He recommends playing this flip game where you go out to garage sales and you find stuff and you flip them on eBay or on some other website for a profit. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into that style, but he also makes a comment that you probably have a couple $1,000s of stuff in your house you could sell right away. And so I've been digging through my stuff, my old drum stuff. I got a bunch of microphones and some other equipment, an old snare drum. I also have some other old stuff, so I've been selling that on eBay. Going really well, I have to say. Made over $1,000 so far. And I'm trying to raise money to go to these conferences for Fundraise Up. So to Fundraise Up, great segue. This is my side hustle. So I started Fundraise Up in August, and so we help nonprofits increase online donations. And one of the best ways to describe it recently is that we have developed modern e-commerce practices for nonprofits, because a lot of e-commerce practices right now that are available are somewhat archaic. Clunky forms, long forms, just nothing real slick and like one-click ordering like Amazon. And it's about time that nonprofits have that kind of technology. And that's what we are giving to them. And so where I'm targeting right now are universities. I think that we are really uniquely positioned to help a university. We are targeting the digital donor customer segment, which has seen double-digit growth each year for the last 3 years. Now, digital donations represent a relatively small amount of the total donations that occur in this country per year. We're at the roughly 10% level, but it's hugely growing. And universities are uniquely positioned where their donor list or their alumni list grows from the younger side. And these are typically digital donors, people that want to give $50 on their smartphone and then get back to their Instagram feed. And so I think that we're in a great position to help a university increase donations. And the way I see it is not that they would use us and replace their system. I think that they would use us as like an add-on or a turbocharge for certain campaigns, because university does all kinds of campaigns. And you can imagine that for university, there are also lots of, there are lots of large donors, right? People that give $5, $10, $20 million. And obviously these people are not going to do this through a smartphone. So a university has other types of events, galas and other crab fests and whatever other stuff like that, meet and greets. I don't know what they're called, but I could see them using Fundraise Up to really target more the online donors, that long tail of alumni, and really, have a positive have a positive effect on the bottom line. And so I am looking for the first university to kind of jump in the ring and early adopter and just give us a try, because I think that will crush it. In fact, I know where we will. And so I've been talking to a bunch of universities, and there's this I guess this organization called CASE, the Council for Advancement and Support of Education. And there are at least 7 districts, there might be 9, but I want to go to a few of these conferences. There's one down in Anaheim, District 7. That's at the end of February. I can do a 1-day trip down there. I can fly down, fly back on 1 day, avoid the hotel fee, really kind of cheapen it up and just see what it's like. Because I find I do have a lot of experience with conferences. I've been doing the conference game for quite some time, more on the engineering side, but it's all the same game to play. And when I ran that automation company in Sarasota, we went to a handful of conferences. So I know how to work the floor, talk to folks, and these conferences could be a great place for us to exhibit at some point. And the way I see it is this is my sitting on a ton of patience game here. I want to go this year to prep to go next year. I want to go this year to check it out, meet some people, very casual, very nonchalant, not making a big deal. Maybe I can meet some other non-profit service providers and maybe form some collaborations. I will know a few people at this coming up District 7 conference. Maybe I can get some introductions, that kind of thing. Just real delicate, real light on my toes, just seeing what it's about, seeing if it's a good place to for fundraise up to invest several $1,000s to exhibit at, or see what kind of sponsorship, right, you can do. You can have a booth, pay for a booth, or you can pay to sponsor some kind of event, maybe a happy hour or a breakfast or what have you. So just see what might be a good opportunity for us. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. That's why I'm selling this stuff on eBay. I want to raise money. It's going to cost me about $600 round trip to hit the conference down in Anaheim. There's a District 2 conference, which is the largest one. That's in Philadelphia at the end of March. That's going to be more like $1,600 round trip, because that's going to include 2 hotel nights. The hotel nights are the ones that really add the price. It's like $250 a clip to stay at the hotel. Maybe I can find an Airbnb or something cheaper. I don't know, but it's not going to be like that much cheaper, right? And there is a lot of convenience and a lot of like leverage, or it's very advantageous to be at the hotel of the conference for a lot of reasons, right? That way you're close, you can go to happy hours, you can go to things later at night, meet with people, you can be there early in the morning. You're not wasting all this time traveling to and from, which will also cost time and money. And when you're out on a trip like that, time is money. So what I may be saving $100 a night or $50 a night by being off site, I think I'm losing that in the long term. So anyhow, looking to raise some money for these trips. So that's about $2,200, $2,300 in total. So I'll definitely be at least halfway there, if not more. So we will see how that goes, and psyched for this next 3 to 4 months. This is, I think, a really big window of opportunity for me with Fundraise Up, and just attacking as many nonprofits as possible and seeing what I can stir up. Because I think once we get to June, July, you start to get into, the nonprofits planning for the end of the year. And so I think you miss your opportunity there. The old bubbly water here gets to me sometimes. Love it though, love it. So anyway, I will wrap there. So this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur, things I'm up to, things I'm trying, things I'm tasting, and my attempts to not say and and let's see. I wonder how I did tonight. I think I did relatively well. At least I'm starting to become aware. So that's what's important. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. If I can help in any way, I just said if I can help in any way, comment. I'll do my best. And beat in the background is G Money, my alter ego. I write these beats. Check them out on SoundCloud if you like that kind of thing. Other than that, get some rest tonight. I'm psyched for some sleep. Wake up tomorrow, crush it, light it up, do great things, be kind, inspire folks. And I will catch you in the morning.